this is your girl Tabitha Skate. We're in Graham, North Carolina, to talk about a subject that we are very passionate about. Here are my friends, my sisters in Christ, and I'm allowed them to introduce themselves at this time.
My name is Lisa McIntosh.
My name is Terry Moy.
My name is Veronica Stevens.
My name is Amelia Ellis.
My name is Michelle Crumpler.
And we're here today to speak on the behalf of hunger. Hunger is a very, I'd say, sensitive subject here in the United States in this current day and age. And there are several organizations that are dealing with hunger. Feeding America, we have our churches, our local churches that do dinners for the homeless. We have, the United Way, Salvation Army. There are several organizations working on the behalf of the hungry, but are we doing enough? And actually, I feel like we're not doing enough. I think that every individual has a responsibility to feed the hungry. So with that being said, we're here today standing united, being a part of an effort to help alleviate hunger. And we have named ourselves as Feed the Hungry 365. That is our commitment to our fellow human beings, is to step out on faith, is to go around and be missionaries and find out who is in our community that's hungry. And I understand that churches are doing food drives, they're doing all types of things to help people. But when you're helping people, are you helping the people that are out on the street who are actually have nowhere to go, have no one to turn to, and that are eating out of trash dumpsters, and that are eating out of your trash cans? We don't know where these people are getting morsels of food. And from statistics, people are actually eating animal food. There are elderly people that are eating dog food, that are eating cat food. And I just feel like we have too many resources for that to continue. And we have nursing homes, we have all types of facilities that are throwing away tons of food a day. We have restaurants that are throwing away tons of foods a day. So I'm talking about problems, but for me personally, when I talk about problems, I also continue on with resolutions. So when I say resolutions, I'm referring to the fact of, let's think about making community calendars. Let's think about in our communities, setting up calendars and saying, okay, we're feeding at this church Tuesday and Thursday. We're feeding at this church Monday and Friday. And let's think about putting these calendars in our local social services buildings, in our local health departments, so those people who are in need of those services can walk in and see that St. Peter's is feeding today, or whatever particular church that it is. And then let's take it a step further. Let's us walk out in the community and say, hey, this is a homeless person here. I'm gonna give them a flyer saying, this is where they're feeding today. This is where they're feeding tomorrow. So if we can get out there on the streets, that will make a big difference, because people, especially people who are homeless, especially people who are afraid, especially people who are hungry, they're not just most likely going to walk up to you or walk up in a building and say, hey, feed me. So just like Jesus did, he went to the people. The people didn't have to come to him. He knew who was hurt. He knew who was in need. And he reached out to them. And when we say that we are children of Christ, that we are followers of Christ, that we love each other, and that we love the Lord, that means that we step out. We step out of our comfort zones. We step out of our houses. We step out of our pulpits. We step out of our pews in the church, and we go to the people who need us. So we, as a group, on the July the 16th, we will be feeding 200 homeless men. And we are challenging every organization, every individual, every business, whether it's a bank, whether it's a school, wherever you operate a business, or wherever you are a community, a household, think about who can I help? Think about how can I go out in my community and serve people who are in need? And that's in more ways than feeding them, because when we feed them, more ways, than feeding them physically, because people need spiritual food. People need you to encourage them. People need to say, to put out your hand and say, hey, come to church with me. Hey, I'm here. You can talk to me. So feeding people involves much more than, vegetables and meat and something to drink. Feeding people means speaking from your heart and touching their heart by showing them that you care. And all these ladies here with me, I know from the bottom of my heart, I have been knowing these ladies for years, and I love them, and I know that they love other people, or they wouldn't be here. Because trust me, we went through some stuff to get here today to be speaking with you all. So like I said, they are very humble, they are very loving ladies, and they're willing to, like I said, help other people to feed someone. So if you see, if you see the need to get assistance from any of us to plan your, your feeding drive, or to help you feed some people, let us know, because we'll be here to serve you as well. But again, we'll be feeding 200 homeless men on July the 16th in Raleigh, North Carolina, and we are challenging everyone from an individual to organizations to join us and find someone to feed. And I mean as simple as going to McDonald's, ordering a meal, and driving up to a place that you've seen people sitting beside the road or standing beside the road. We all ride past those people and hand them a meal. So that will be a blessing to an individual. That's blessing one individual at a time. If we can do that 365 days a year, we've done our commission. And we have a young lady here with us today that's a part of our group named Millie, and I'm going to ask her to speak on the behalf of the children. And just to say a couple of words, and we really appreciate her being here today. So could you say a couple of words referring to the children in hunger, Millie?
No child should go to bed hungry. No child should go to school hungry.
So, Millie is speaking on the behalf of children, and she's absolutely right. No child should go to bed hungry, and no child should go to school hungry. Children are our future. If they can't concentrate, there is no future. So it's up to us as an adults, it's up to us as human beings to see that our children, more than anything else, get what they need. And we're all, like I said here today, we're all just reaching out to everyone. And please hear our plea and step out on faith and step out in compassion and choose to feed the hungry. It's not about me, it's not about you, it's about us. Thank you.
Thank you.
You organizations interested in the challenge of Feeding the Hungry 365, that's who we are. Please email us at tksi.inc@gmail.com or call us at 919-370-9394. We look forward to hearing from you. We really need your help. 365 days a year, people are hungry. Let's feed them. Thank you. Bye-bye.